British.
British.
You want to start off, or you?
I could start. How are Rin, Alex, and Maddie handling their individual separations from one another in season 2?
I can't speak for you guys, obviously. Rin is with Helen.
Rin's doing it really well. She's enjoying herself.
Rin's going to
Out
casino.
every night. She's a free woman.
Rin's playing Ocean's 11. No, Rin is living with Helen, and she's definitely had a rough setup in this trying to be human, live on land deal. Her sister is dead. She knows she's been having a very bad effect on these guys and therefore their relationship. But so her resolve to cope with that, her objective is to figure it out. Let's, try to fit in as best she can. So she's trying to learn as much as possible about the human world. And I think that's where she's trying to deal, not get rid of all the negative feelings that she might have felt.
I think Maddie's obviously left in a very painful place with this fracture with Ben and the confusion on how she's feeling about Rin, but then her mum coming back becomes for a little bit of time, becomes a more pressing challenge. And she, that's not to say that this doesn't matter to her, it really does. She'd rather probably be spending her time with these guys, but her mum is a difficult presence in her life and is back. So that kind of distracts her for a bit, I think.
What did you guys learn from season 1? After getting to film it, see the finished product, what did you guys learn? And what did you kind of bring to season 2?
About the filming process?
The filming process and acting and everything.
Stamina, I think.
Hand warmers?
Yeah, hand warmers.
Hand warmers in your
The cold Vancouver
feet
weather.
warmers.
Yeah.
I think the stamina and a bit of respect for everyone. Not that I didn't have it before, but just sound like such a big person.
Yeah, I had no
I just
respect.
had no, but we get to go home when we're exhausted after a long hour day. Then there's those guys that still have to do all the equipment in the truck moving, and the reason why I'd say I've learned about it is this, because these people become your friends over the year. You have intimate conversation. I mean, you're day and night together. You kind of get to know what their days look like and their jobs, and I think I just didn't know. I just didn't know what their stress levels are about or look like, or like hair and makeup, or So I'd say just an amazement for the synergy. Yeah. How many people it takes to work on one piece of art, and then it made me love my job more, I think. Yeah.
Are there any more lady kisses in the upcoming season?
We can't tell you.
You can't confirm nor deny?
We can't confirm or deny, but I think they both enjoyed it.
I've just done the filthiest laugh. You took this.
No, that's all. I think we can't give it away, but I think definitely the throuple is explored more, and that's all we can say. I'm sorry, that's so boring.
No, it's fine. I do have a... So, are we going to see a relationship between you and Helen develop now that you're living and a little bit...
That's an interesting question. I think personally, Rin and Helen have an unspoken bond that almost doesn't need too much work. So it's like they were, in that first episode, first time they met, it was just an unspoken I got you thing. So there's a very, I think Rin feels very trusting of her and a big comfort in her. But I think she has, as when you see season 2, there's just big fish get pumped in.
Literally?
That's a terrible choice of words. But just so, she has bigger fish to fry.
We're not giving anything away.
I'm being very...
They're good.
How was your Comic-Con been so far?
you are looking to
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. We were just, I mean, sorry, I shouldn't say we. You have been, but I really love the weather here. It's so nice. I can't believe this is October.
I feel like we've come to New York at a really lucky time.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, don't get used to this. This is what New York is like.
It's nice being here for season 2, like the Comic-Con that people have seen season 1, and then you guys ask really great questions because you've seen it, and we can then get into like the relationships and dynamics, which to me is what is interesting about storytelling, like what's going on in people's lives.
Yeah, instead of like, what is this?
Yeah, what is this
It's
show?
more like,
It is
inside, you like it. This is what it's cool.
So are we going to see you and Xander and your bros this season again? Because I know there's now a rift between on all ends.
Oh, from everyone. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
what's
everyone's
great,
just.
I think what's great about that relationship is like Xander is a fisherman. He represents like someone who's looking at the ocean as like a way of making money. That's how his family has survived for a really, really long time. Ben's quite a fortunate position because his family are wealthy and he hasn't had to have those same struggles, but at the same time he rejects that hypocrisy. He rejects the status that they kind of like are all about, and I think that that gives them a really interesting dynamic, and I think that from there, I think interesting ideas can fly forward and interesting arguments can happen, and I think that relationship is really interesting to explore, and they are like working on that in season 2 for sure. So yeah, there will be a little bit of bromance, but yeah, as you guys know, more mermaids are going to come, so it's like under immense duress, and Xander's not too keen on mermaids. So, yeah.
So what about Ben and Helen? Because they had that big revelation at the end of season 1. So how is their relationship and Ben's relationship with his family in season 2?
Helen's so cool. She's like, she's that person that like has always been a believer, has been a bit of an outsider in a similar way to Ben, but just like in her own way, in another level completely. But I think that Ben has a lot of respect for her because of that, and I think he kind of did initially in season 1 too. But I think that as they need to work together in some way to figure out, however, like whether these mermaids are going to be dangerous, whether these mermaids are going to be like peaceful, why they're here. I think that relationship and that respect, mutual respect, hopefully, is going to help them kind of figure this stuff out. And obviously connection, family connection, but that will also be explored too. What that means to Ben, what that means to
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.